it's too expensive, it's too slow. There's way better options out there. These are just some of the comments I've seen about this, the new MJX 7303. A lot of people also said I was quite harsh on this car when I tested it out off-road. If you haven't seen the original video that I did, which by the way had terrible audio, which I am fully aware of, so many people told me about the audio issues. It's now been sorted. Now, I don't think I was too rough on this at all. I actually wanted to give it a proper off-road test on some pretty harsh terrain to see if it would actually hold up. And that's exactly what I did, although it didn't go down too well. So many people say I'm not hard enough on my cars, and then when I am harder on my cars, I'm still doing wrong. That's just how it is with YouTube. You can't please everyone. You will always please one group of people, and then you're also going to upset another group of people. That's just how YouTube is, unfortunately. So the plan today is to get this thing back out off-road, to give it another run at a slightly less harsh location so that no one can tell me off. I just really don't want to get told off again. So a couple of things people have been saying is it's too expensive. Now, I did mention in the original video, this is going to be selling for around £400. At the very least, that's what I've been told by Mike at SeriousRC. And I think that's going to be £400 without a battery or charger. Now, for a 1/7 scale RC car, I don't think £400 is too much. And I have mentioned recently that lots of people have different budgets in the RC hobby. For me, I don't think 400 is too much, but of course I know some people will go against that, and some people will say absolutely not, 400 is too expensive. Look, the RC hobby is an expensive hobby, especially when you start getting into the larger scale stuff. I just don't think 400 is too expensive. Now, someone also commented, what would be a good alternative if you didn't want to spend £400, $600, which is how much this is going to cost? I think a good option would probably be the 4S Maverick rally car, although that doesn't look anywhere near as cool as this. I think one of the biggest selling points for MJX with this is, of course, that licensed body. I just don't think that Maverick looks very good. Again, I don't think £400 is a bad price considering what you're getting. Someone also said that the wheels look a little bit too small. Do you know what? I actually agree with you. Now I've had a chance to have a closer look, the wheels probably could do with being a little bit bigger. I would say they're definitely 1/8 scale. Maybe this could benefit from slightly bigger wheels and tyres. Maybe if there is a version 2, that might be something MJX will address. Now, I know I'm banging on. There's one more thing I want to cover before I show you some more off-road footage, and that is this thing's top speed. Now, I only managed to achieve a speed of 35 miles per hour out the box on 4S. The claimed top speed was around 37, and I definitely think this does have 37 in it, even though I only achieved 35. Now, lots of people are saying for 4S, that is too slow. Whilst I agree that that is a little bit slow, I still think it's perfectly enough for this car. So many people forget that sometimes all you need to do to get a little bit more speed out of an RC car is to upgrade the gearing. Now, I've had a closer look, and this doesn't actually have an adjustable motor mount. Even though this doesn't have an adjustable motor mount, it has pre-drilled holes. You can still increase the pinion size, and that should definitely get us up into the 40+ mile per hour mark. I think so many people forget that there's so much to an RC car, such as the overall experience, how well they drive, and of course how much of a smile they put on your face. It drives me crazy when people judge an RC car on top speed alone. For me, it's the overall driving experience. I'm happy to take a slower RC car if it handles well, and most of all, makes me smile. And that's exactly what this 7303 did when I tested it out a couple of days ago. Yeah, but it's too slow. It's too slow. Anyway, look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, just like I am. I know there's been a lot of talking at the start of this video, so I do apologise, but I did want to go over some of the comments that I've seen on that original video. Let's change location and let's give this thing another run. So here we go, somewhere a little bit less harsh. Hopefully you prefer the running footage of it this time. Okay, yep, maybe it is way better over here. I think the only reason I wanted to test it somewhere a little bit more harsh was to see if it could actually handle it. And it proved that it could. But yeah, over here, it's a totally different beast. And with that gyro, it's nice and smooth. Yeah! Just look how much dust this thing's kicked up. The whole area is completely filled with dust. And you recognise this location. I've done lots of videos here. So let's see how this gets on over here at one of my favourite bashing locations. How cool is that? And it's effortless as well. Very, very cool car. I can give you a proper look at the LED lights this time because on the previous video it was really sunny. So there's a little look at the headlights and the rear lights. I've just realised I've only got the one 4S pack with me as well, so I don't want to waste too much battery because I do want to see how it performs on the grass as well. What a big beast. The people complaining about the price, don't complain too much because trust me, it is worth every penny. It is so much fun and so easy to drive around. Yeah, it really doesn't feel like I need 6S. And again, all the people complaining, oh, it's too slow, it only does 35 miles per hour. Look how controlled this thing is. Off-road, minimal effort, just enjoyable. You don't always need a 50, 60, 70 mile per hour car to have fun. Yeah, I like this thing a lot. Let's give this a little go on the grass as well. Just listen to how quiet this thing is. And that's thanks to that censored motor in ESC. Everything just feels so smooth on this. Oh no! It takes it. So there we go then guys, I had to get the 7303 back out again for another run, and now I've brought it down here. I think I actually agree with you. Maybe I was a little bit harsh the first time. At least I can admit when I'm in the wrong. Now this thing has been seriously fun. I think you would have seen that in the footage. I just love the size of it and I love how controlled it is when you're driving it around. It's very easy to get this thing sliding around, and that's thanks to that adjustable gyro. I think the biggest thing I demonstrated today was it doesn't matter that it only does 35 miles per hour out the box. It is still enough to have fun with it. But if you still think it's too slow, well, of course, you are entitled to your opinion. But for me, 35 is more than enough on this 1/7 scale rally car. I can't wait until they produce a Lancia version. I'm almost certain they will because they've already got a Lancia version of the smaller 1/14 scale car. Very exciting times ahead. And maybe we'll see a larger car like this from the guys at Rolalo. So let me know in the comments section what you make of today's video. Did you prefer seeing this running around in a much nicer, less harsh location? I just think it's totally epic. Now together we've got to 50k. The next big milestone is 100k. So let's do it. Let's try and get to 100,000 subscribers. Cheers for watching today's video. See you on the next one. Take care. If you want to see the original video that I did of the 7303, click the top video now. Or if you want to see a really cool Rolalo rally car, click the bottom video.